John Calvin on Psalm 103, verse 18. To such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them. The Lord's love is with those who keep his covenant and remember to obey his precepts. As nothing is more easy than for hypocrites to flatter themselves under false pretext that they are in favor with God, or for degenerate children groundlessly to apply to themselves the promises made to their fathers, it is again stated, by way of exception, in the 18th verse, that God is merciful only to those who, on their part, keep his covenant, which the unbelieving make of none effect by their wickedness. The keeping, or observing of the covenant, which is here put instead of the fear of God, is worthy of notice, for thus David intimates that none are the true worshippers of God but those who reverently obey his word. Very far from this are the papists who, thinking themselves equal to the angels in holiness, nevertheless shake off the yoke of God, like wild beasts, by trampling underfoot his holy word. David, therefore, rightly judges of men's godliness by their submitting themselves to the word of God and following the rule which he had prescribed to them. As the covenant begins with a solemn article containing the promise of grace, faith and prayer are required above all things to the proper keeping of it. Who remember to obey his precepts. Although God is continually putting us in mind of them, yet we soon slide away to worldly cares, are confused by a multiplicity of avocations, and are lulled asleep by many allurements. Thus forgetfulness extinguishes the light of truth, unless the faithful stir up themselves from time to time. David tells us that this remembrance of God's statutes has an invigorating effect when men employ themselves in doing them. Many are sufficiently forward to discourse upon them with their tongues, whose feet are very slow, and whose hands are well nigh dead in regard to active service.